Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 5, going to discuss about use of various biological agents for root control. The member of Group 5 is Rizal Zaka with student number 143, Sarisa Seladiva with student number 178, Yeheskiel Aldi with student number 198, and Rumampu Kinita Anggraini with student number 199.
The first is weeds and all about biological control of weeds. Weeds. Weeds are plants whose presence is not desired by humans. The presence of weeds causes competition between the main crop and weeds. Weeds that grow accompanying cultivated plants can reduce good yields, quality, and quantity. Biological control of weeds. Biological weed control, with biocontrol, is the use of natural enemies, living organisms, other than humans to reduce weed population.
The next is advantages and disadvantages of biological control of weed. Biological control of weed has advantages and disadvantages. For its advantages, it has no adverse side effect, doesn't harm insect and other useful animals, and doesn't harm the environment, relatively cheaper for long-term and large area, able to grow by itself, and targets are specific. But biological control of weeds also has its disadvantages, such as difficult to determine success or results are uncertain. It works slowly and takes a long time to see the result, relatively more expensive for short-term and narrow area. The environment is very influential and on the success and establishment of biological agent in Indonesian field and can completely eradicate weeds.
Second is biological control of weed with microbes. Biological control of weed with microbes is the first is nematodes, the second is fungus, the third is plants pathogenic bacteria, the fourth is rhizobacteria, and the fifth is allelopathy. The first are nematodes. A. Steinerma spp. Steinerma spp is the most common type of entomopathogenic nematode used as a biological pest control agent. Steinerma spp potential control insect pests of the orders Coleoptera, Lepidoptera, Diptera, Orthoptera, and Ipsoptera. The entomopathogenic nematode life cycle Steinerma sp that is starting with the age juvenile and adult. Stock that entomopathogenic nematodes would undergo 4 times the change of skin in the age, environment, and the body the host. The small thing will continue before the nematodes entomopathogenic reach adulthood. Steinerma sp consists of 4 juvenile stages, juvenile 1 to juvenile 4. The most infective stage is juvenile stage 3, IG3. Stage IG3 is the stage usually used to control insect pests and can be isolated in all types of soil in the environment around insect larvae pests. The B is Heterohabitis sp. The entomopathogenic nematode species Heterohabitis sp, known to be effective as a biological control agent, is controlling insect pest plant. Heterohabitis indicus, this entomopathogenic nematode is effective control pest found on the soil surface, such as borage stem. Heterohabitis indicus carries one species of symbiotic bacteria, namely Photorhabdus luminescens. Heterohabitis indicus has a worm-like body shape, cylindrical, female body length 479 to 700 m, male body 479 to 685 m, while juvenile body infective GI 479 to 573 m. Heterohabitus indicus has a symmetrical body bilateral, not segmented. The body is smooth because it has a cuticle, movement is flexible, and there is no longitudinal contractile motion. This nematode have digestive organ in the form of mouth, esophagus, intestines, and rectum.
Next is fungus. The first fungus is Puccinia philippinensis. The growth of sedge weeds becomes inhibited even in severe infection can cause the growth of sedge weeds to be very miserable, which is characterized by its brown leaves blackish. The second fungus is Phytophthora palmipora. This pathogenic fungus is used as the main ingredient for the manufacture of the bioherbicide the vein. Phytophthora palmiflora used to control Morenia odonata, which is the main weed on citrus plants. The third fungus is Coletotrichum gloeosporioides. Coletotrichum gloeosporioides is a pathogenic fungus that is used as the main ingredient for the manufacture of bioherbicides Collego and Bioma. Coletotrichum gloeosporioides is used to control Echinopsis virginica, which is the main weed in rice and soybean.
Okay, the next topic is Rhizobacteria. Bacterial microorganism can be used as a bioherbicide by releasing compounds that can kill the host plant. Rhizobacteria that are inhibiting or detrimental are called DRB, deleterious rhizobacteria. The way DRB works is mainly through the toxin it produce, which are absorbed by wheat root. DRB doesn't need to eradicate weeds, but can significantly suppress the early growth of weeds and allow cultivated plants to effectively compete when the weakened with DRB is most effective when weeds grow when environmental factors are conducive to bacterial growth. An example of weed control using DRB or Deleterious rhizobacteria. Pseudomonas florensis strain D plant inhibitor bacteria can control Bromus tectorum johnibrom, the main weed in wheat fields, and pathogenic bacteria. Phytopathogenic bacteria have shown great potential as biological control agents because they can be applied directly to wheat leaves. Bacteria can grow rapidly in liquid media, can be stabilized in a freeze or dry state, and are suitable for mutant selection and genetic engineering. An example of weed control using plant pathogenic bacteria is Pseudomonas syringae, PV tagetes, or PST, cause chlorosis in several weed species such as Ambrosia artemisifolia, Helianthus tuberosus, Cirsium avence, and Tagetes erecta. The PSF cause a decrease in weed vigor, inhibition of flowering, and plant mortality.
The next is allelopathy. Allelopathy is a mechanism of direct or indirect interaction between plants as donors and other plants or microorganisms as targets through the production and release of secondary metabolites called allelochemicals. The mechanism of growth inhibition by allelochemicals is very similar to the mechanism of inhibition by synthetic herbicides, thus allowing the use of allelochemicals as bioherbicides. Several studies have shown that allelochemicals from plant extract at certain concentration can reduce germination and growth of weeds and cultivated plants. There are some of the evidence that allelopathy can reduce germination and growth of weeds and cultivated plants. First is ethanol extract of ketapang leaves at a concentration of 50% can reduce the growth of turkey grass. Second, the aqueous extract of Pilea microphylla wheat at concentration of 25%, 50%, and 75% increase the superoxide content and decrease the growth of Bidens pilosa L wheat. The higher the concentration of treatment, the lower the growth and the greater the increase in superoxide. And the last is water extract from stems, roots, and leaves of Harindong bulu wheat at a concentration of 5%, could reduce seed germination and early growth of radish and broccoli. Enough of our group presentation. If there are questions, can be asked via Spada. Thank you.